Red October first came to the attention of many in October of 2017. Millions wait in anticipation of some major event to happen every October. Truthers and podcasters have come up with many scenarios regarding Red October, but I have uncovered the roots of Red October and it's already over. Let's start at the beginning. On October 31st, 2017, Q-drop number 228 made reference to the Red October cyber espionage campaign, stating that Red October was just a warm-up. The drop goes on to ask the following questions. Who controls the power? Why was the power grid attack in Ukraine so devastating? Why are power and energy so important? The drop also tells us to consider the following. Countries who have control over the energy grid. Countries who have control over the water supply. Countries who have control over the internet. Countries who have control over the military. And who controls the world. So we're going to examine this and one other drop and determine exactly what Red October is and why we can stop looking for it. It's not a comm telling us when some long-awaited event is going to occur. And it has nothing to do with bloodshed and the capture of the deep state or some submarine in a movie named Red October. So stick with me as we unravel this puzzle that has stumped me for years. But first, if you like this video and find it enlightening, please share it with your friends and give me a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to my channel for brief videos about everything that is amazing but you never had time to research. I have a link to my new store in the description with a growing inventory that helps support my channel. And finally, if you want to further contribute to my channel, there's a super thanks button under the video where you can leave a couple of bucks. Your gifts are greatly appreciated and help me cover the expenses of all the monthly software subscriptions required to create such a channel. It's insane. Okay, so let's finally figure out what to expect related to Red October. Remember how I said that Q-drop number 228 posted that Red October was just a warm-up? Well, I actually ran across this quite differently than one would expect. It wasn't on my radar. I didn't go looking for Red October or Q-drops. It came to me inspired by my friend Dave Chapman in New Zealand, who sent me a message with a lot of good things to check out. But having to verify everything, I didn't get past the first line before I started to go down the rabbit hole. This is what Dave sent to me. TikTok is white hat military intelligence operations that were succeeded by Stuxnet and Zeus Nitro, that were viruses that were created by white hat military intelligence. The creation of these viruses led to the creation of TikTok. End quote. So I had to check out Stuxnet and Zeus Nitro to verify that they are real, and they are indeed. Stuxnet is a sophisticated computer worm that was discovered in June 2010 by a Belarusian security firm, Virus Blokada, which was conducting an investigation into malware infections at a client's network. The malware was causing unusual behavior in industrial control systems. As researchers analyzed the worm, it became evident that Stuxnet was a highly sophisticated piece of malware specifically designed to target and disrupt industrial control systems, particularly Siemens SCADA systems such as those used at Natanz, one of Iran's most important nuclear facilities. Siemens SCADA systems are programmable logic controllers, PLCs, used in uranium enrichment centrifuges at Iran's Natanz facility. But that's not all. Siemens PLCs are reported to control approximately 30% of critical infrastructure globally. Industrial control systems. Programmable logic controllers, or PLCs, play a crucial role in managing and automating various parts of our infrastructure. Control by PLC is integral to energy infrastructure, managing operations in power plants, including the regulation of generators, turbines, and grid distribution. In water and wastewater treatment facilities, PLCs oversee processes such as filtration, chemical dosing, and pump operations. They also handle traffic control systems, coordinating traffic lights and managing traffic flow to ensure safety and efficiency. Additionally, PLCs are used in building management systems to regulate HVAC systems, lighting, and security systems, contributing to overall energy efficiency and safety. Their versatility and reliability make them essential components in the automation and control of critical infrastructure across various sectors. So stop and think. Someone created a diabolical worm that was so sophisticated that it necessarily required high-level expertise and millions of dollars to execute. This clearly isn't some teen nerd in the library. It is widely understood that this was state-sponsored, but which state? Analysts and cybersecurity experts linked Stuxnet to a U.S. and Israeli joint operation known as Operation Olympic Games, designed to disrupt Iran's nuclear enrichment capabilities. Who had a close relationship with Trump? Israel. If it was the Black Hats, why haven't they shut down our infrastructure? The banks are crumbling. People have lost all faith in the industrial medical complex. Trump threatens to end their tyranny forever. If it was them, why did they go to all that expense and risk to do absolutely no damage? Now let's consider the possibility that it was an alliance operation between the U.S. White Hats and Israel. If it was the alliance, they have the resources, and shutting down a facility that was central to Iran's nuclear program is consistent with the goal of the alliance. Also, a worm that can take control over 30% of the world's infrastructure is what we have been told has to happen all along. Who do you think did it? That was 2010. How does this relate to Red October? While researching state-supported cyber attacks, I learned a lot. One thing is that in 2014, there was a significant uptick in the number of state-supported cyber attacks. Then I ran across a state-supported cyber attack named none other than Red October. Red October, also known as ROKRA, was a sophisticated cyber espionage campaign discovered in 2012 by Kaspersky Lab and other cybersecurity firms. The campaign targeted government institutions, embassies, research centers, and energy companies, primarily in Eastern Europe, but also in other regions. A range of malware and tools were used, including a backdoor, a keylogger, and a Trojan. The malware was designed to steal sensitive documents, emails, and credentials, perform surveillance and data collection, and exfiltrate information through encrypted channels to avoid detection. The sophistication and targets suggest a well-resourced actor, likely state-sponsored, with capabilities to conduct advanced cyber espionage. Returning to Q drop number 228, which revealed that Red October was just a warm-up. So, Red October is over, but the war didn't stop there. Since Q said it was just a warm-up, I decided to investigate state-supported cyber attacks since Red October. Remember, that was 2012, and there was a big increase in 2014. So, let's take a look at a few of them. Dragonfly, also known as Havex, was a cyber espionage campaign from 2014 to 2017 that targeted the energy sector in North America and Europe. Dragonfly was attributed to the Russian state-sponsored group APT-28, also known as Fancy Bear. The Dark Hotel campaign is a long-running cyber espionage operation that was first identified by Kaspersky Lab in 2014. The Dark Hotel campaign specifically targeted many executives from various industries such as pharmaceuticals, electronics, manufacturing, and defense through hotel Wi-Fi. The malware infections were predominantly found in luxury hotels across Asia, in countries like South Korea and Japan, where many international business travelers, including U.S. executives and government officials, frequently stay. The choice of these locations suggested that the campaign was designed to target visitors from various countries such as the United States. We do know that the operation included targets including diplomats, defense officials, trade delegates, intelligence officers, regulatory officials, cabinet-level ministers, policy advisors, national security officials, economic advisors, and chiefs of law enforcement agencies involved in cybersecurity and counterterrorism efforts. So it looks like the White Hats might have infiltrated Black Hat cybersecurity and counterterrorism systems. In 2015, the Black Energy malware was used in the Ukraine power grid attack, causing a blackout affecting over 200,000 people. Black Energy was a sophisticated cyber attack that is widely attributed to Russian state-sponsored actors. In 2016, the Ukrainian power grid attack was another attack on Ukraine's power grid, which also caused outages and was linked to Russian cyber operations. Also in 2015, the Equation Group, which is known for its advanced cyber espionage tools and operations, is associated with the NSA. The Equation Group also created a worm called Fanny, which was used to map air-gapped networks, or networks isolated from the Internet. The Equation Group's operations have targeted a wide range of entities, including government institutions, military organizations, telecommunications companies, energy sectors, financial institutions, and academic organizations. The group has been particularly interested in entities involved in nuclear research, telecommunications, military operations, and other high-value targets that align with U.S. intelligence priorities. In 2016, a group calling itself the Shadow Brokers publicly released a cache of hacking tools and exploits allegedly stolen from the Equation Group. These tools included a wide array of powerful cyber weapons, many of which targeted software widely used in enterprise environments such as Microsoft Windows and Cisco routers. Some of the leaked exploits were later used in widespread cyber attacks, most notably the WannaCry ransomware attack in 2017, which affected hundreds of thousands of computers in over 150 countries. The NSA tools leaked by the Shadow Brokers were crucial to the propagation of this ransomware. This is an interesting one. What are your thoughts? Releasing NSA hacking tools to the public for Windows and Cisco routers? I bet Bill Gates wasn't thrilled about that. Then there was the 2016 Democratic National Committee attack, allegedly by Russians. The SolarWinds cyber attack, also known as the SolarWinds hack, was one of the most significant and far-reaching cybersecurity incidents in recent history. Discovered in December 2020, the attack involved the compromise of SolarWinds, a major IT management company, and affected numerous government agencies, private companies, and critical infrastructure worldwide. The hack affected a wide range of organizations, with estimates suggesting that up to 18,000 SolarWinds customers could have installed the compromised software. However, the attackers were highly selective in choosing which networks to further infiltrate and exploit. U.S. government agencies affected included the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, the Department of State, the Department of the Treasury, the Department of Commerce, and the National Institutes of Health, NIH, among others. The full extent of the data stolen remains classified or undisclosed, but it is known that the attackers were able to access sensitive information from some of the most critical government agencies. This included email systems, confidential communications, and potentially classified documents. Private sector companies, including major technology firms like Microsoft, were also compromised. 2018 Microsoft Office 365 compromise, where attackers targeted Office 365 accounts belonging to U.S. Senate members and other high-profile individuals. The Oldsmar water plant attack of 2021 was a cyber attack on a water treatment plant in Oldsmar, Florida, aimed to increase the levels of sodium hydroxide in the water supply. Ragnar Locker ransomware is a sophisticated form of ransomware that emerged around 2020. It has been used in a number of high-profile attacks, targeting various sectors, including healthcare, manufacturing, and technology. Between 2022 and 2023, the MoveIt cyber attack exploited vulnerabilities in the MoveIt file transfer software. The attack was attributed to the Clop ransomware group, which has alleged ties to state actors. This attack impacted numerous organizations and exposed sensitive data. Multiple healthcare providers, financial institutions, and government agencies reported breaches due to the MoveIt vulnerability. The Microsoft Azure attack, which came to light in 2023, involved a sophisticated cyber attack targeting Microsoft's cloud computing platform, Azure. Those were just a few of the many state-supported cyber attacks, which is basically cyber warfare. So tell me what you think. I see a hidden war going on, just like we were told. This war is not with frontline soldiers, it's with computers. The deep state created this monster called the internet, which is the Internet of Things in our world. We live in a world with a switch that can be turned off at any moment, and our entire world can come to a halt, so be prepared with plenty of non-perishable food and water. Personally, I know that these cyber attacks to take control over the infrastructure are only one small part of the initiative to clean up the swamp. So be patient, turn inward, work on being the best person that you can be. I can't even presume to judge the brave people who are putting their lives at risk trying to save me. Neither should you. So we've got another prediction from the Q operation that is validated. We've got ongoing evidence that efforts are being made to unseat the corporate cabal. And this just in. The sentencing of Trump in that was scheduled for September 18th, has now been rescheduled for November 26th, 3 weeks after Election Day. What are your thoughts on that one? Are they really going to arrest Trump after he wins the election? This is quite a twist, isn't it? Until next time, remember there's always another secret.